Hello, I'm Alice, one of the founders with Fox of Whiskey. I'm going to tell you a bit about our whiskey and about what makes it taste the way that it does. Oh, I love that sound. First of all, our whiskey is aged in bourbon casks, which gives it that lovely kind of vanilla honey notes that come through. There's a bit of like woodiness in there as well. And then it's finished in Oloroso sherry casks. So Oloroso is just a type of sherry. But those sherry casks give it that lovely, rich, dried red fruit notes that you might be very familiar with, because a lot of Irish whiskies do use sherry butts in their finishing or their aging. It's a lovely, lovely finisher for an Irish whiskey. But after that, we actually finish it in rye casks. And rye casks are actually really unusual when it comes to Irish whiskey. They're massive in North America, like rye in general, and then leveraging rye casks and finishes and parts of the mash bill and things like that. Like, it's massive in the US, it's massive in North America, Canada as well. When I came back from Toronto and Tony came back from San Francisco, and we decided that this was something that we really wanted to pursue. We really wanted to see what the impact of rye would be on an Irish whiskey, because we love the Irish whiskey profile and we love the rye whiskey profiles as well. So we worked with the mad scientists, as we like to call them, up in Great Northern Distillery, and we told them this about rye. We wanted to incorporate it in some way in the mash bill and the finish, and they got to work. So we played around with a couple of different strengths. We played around with a couple of different lengths of time that we left the whiskey in a rye barrel. We actually found in the end that we had left it in too long, so we went back to kind of one of our middle samples. But basically what the rye cask does is, it's not that prominent on the nose, I don't think, but for me the real impact is on the palate. So you get like that kind of lovely red fruit sweetiness still from the sherry casks, but you get this bite, like there's a layer of spice in there, and that is purely down to the rye cask. So that's really exciting. There's like a lingering spice as well, which I actually don't think there's any whiskey on the market, Irish or otherwise, that has that balance of like the really sweet red fruitiness and then that like layer of spice that gives it a bit of a kick. And we finished it at 43% because we just felt that that was kind of the sweet spot. We tried it at 40, we tried it higher, but because of the rye cask finish, the slightly higher ABV is very complementary to that, so it leaves that kind of lovely lingering spice as well as the rye cask finish. So that is why we think it won. But have you tried it? Do you like it? What do you think of it? It's great on its own, but for me, I also love it in a cocktail. I love it in a whiskey sour, or we have a riff on an espresso martini. You swap out the vodka, you swap in the Fox's Bow, because it has that slightly higher ABV and because it has that rye cask finish, that layer of spice. In both a whiskey sour and a twist on an espresso martini, it really stands up. Like, you can still taste the whiskey. And I hate sometimes when you get a cocktail and all you can taste are like the other ingredients and the spirit doesn't come through. So thankfully with this, it really does stand up. But all that to say, we are now in 80 locations across Ireland with our new Tesco listing, and we are in about 100 locations across Ireland in super values. We're also in great bars across Ireland, so be sure to pick up a dram, enjoy, let us know what you think, and hopefully you'll agree that it's gold medal worthy. Cheers!